Hey guys, welcome back to part two where we're focusing on childhood trauma and wounds. So I just want to add to this before I begin on this, because it is a really big topic to unpack, right? And there are trained professionals out there, so in the form of a psychologist, a counsellor, and different trained professionals out there that are well versed to talk to you and are subject matter experts on a range of different topics. So the first thing I'll say is, if you can afford the time, the financial side of investing in that type of expert advice, then by all means please do so, because I certainly don't want to trigger or open up a can of worms here. I'm just going to come at this from my experience and the channeled, and use that with the channeled message that I get from Spirit. But I'm also going to work with my healing oracle deck to unpack a few things that you might want to consider, and therefore implement some tools in your day-to-day life and living to help you sail smoothly in your journey ahead around self-healing and self-love and just loving on you. Okay, so childhood trauma and wounds, what is it, please Spirit, that our collective needs to know in terms of their stuff and the triggers and the fragmented parts of self to work with? Warrior. That's actually a really cool card that's turned up. Alright, so there's a bunch that's just fallen out, so let's unpack all of these. And look, it's in no specific order, so it's fine. The story will unfold how the story is meant to unfold. So we've got cleanse, we've got strength, we've got trust, introspection, nourish, and there's more. Measured, new cycle. Alright, so that's the last one. So we're going to take this out over a couple of parts, and I'll be making shorter videos. Now, the other part that I wanted to add to this as well before we start with the cards is, with this Mercury retrograde, I'm getting the sense of, oh God, it's like the end of the year. I've got so many other things to think about, like leading up to Christmas, and if you've got kids, school holidays, oh my gosh, school holidays, that's just another beast of its own. But anyway, and it's a really busy time of the year, but it's also a perfect time of the year as we wrap up and close out the 2024 end of year, because coming into the new year, we're all thinking about New Year's resolutions and our goals and things that we want to focus on for the new year. So what better way to sort of package all of this stuff up and things that you haven't dealt with in your past and things that you need to focus on? What better way and what better time to be doing that than now, and investing that time in yourself to really focus on your self-healing, your growth, your journey, and that self-love side of things as well for you. Okay, so I think it's good timing, even though it's a busy time. But this is, and I'll talk a little bit more about that busyness side of it as well as this, so that we can actually do this work properly, and then we can just put this to bed, and kind of like packing it up nicely and just putting it on the shelf, okay? Because what we do is with our triggers or our wounds, we do not pack them up and then shove them in a box and put it deep in a corner somewhere or in the rubbish and act like it didn't exist and act like it's not there. That's not this. Because what's happened to you as a child, or at some point in your life where a trauma was inflicted upon you, isn't something that will ever go away. It happened, it's there, and it doesn't need to disappear, because it's actually a part of you, and who you are today is a reflection of things that have happened to you in the past, and you wouldn't be who you are now. So this is your part of your blueprint now. It's part of your history. It's part of all things that make up you. Okay, so this is part 2 on childhood trauma and wounds. My name's Des, and I'm an oracle and tarot reader, and I channel messages. All right, so the first card that dropped out here is the Warrior. So all of you have a warrior spirit within you. This warrior side of yourself helps you to work with that endurance, to keep going, to keep persevering with whatever it is that you're doing in your life, on your path. Okay, there's a unbreakable and unshakable spirit that lives within you always. And you know, when you've been feeling at your most lowest fucking moments, it's the spirit that awakens inside of you. And this could be after all the drinking that you've done, or you might have been doing some drugs to numb parts of yourself to help you forget. Okay, but it is that warrior and that fighter spirit within you that has shaken that inner core to continue to push you and put you back out there so that you can keep working on your self-love and self-healing journey. There's been some cleansing that's been required as part of this journey, okay? So continue with that. If it means you need a detox, come off the booze for a bit, stop drinking as much, find some other healthy vices. If it means that you need to get back into some sort of exercise regime, or just start incorporating better things into your diet to make you feel better about yourself so that you can start loving on yourself instead of feeling shit on yourself all the time, then do that, okay? Cleanse yourself. Oh, I'm going to go on to part 3 now, but join me for part 3 to unpack the rest of these beautiful cards for your self-healing journey.